Hi, this is Cody Remaklus with Buyer's Agent Remaklus Realty. Wanting to talk to you today about something that's a little bit more in the subtext of buying a home. And what I mean by that is the decision-making process and maybe some of the psychology, philosophy, or chemistry behind what it means to make a truly deep and life-altering decision. And doing it with ease rather than inner turmoil being the goal, or maybe being an aspiration at least. As I was just speaking with one of my colleagues, it became clear to me that we oftentimes overlook how we communicate about a topic as being a part of how we're experiencing the topic. And the topic at hand is the home buying process, which for a lot of people is one of the more profound financial decisions they make in their lifetime. Part of why I chose this field is to help people navigate through this magnitude of decision. Some of the tools I employ with myself and inadvertently, more often than not, with my clients in my counseling. I believe, and we believe at Buyer's Agent Remaklus Realty, that counseling is what we do as real estate agents, because we are sincerely helping others make decisions for themselves. We help to guide them in their decision-making process, as opposed to steering or something more manipulative than that. Our success is measured in the fluidity and of someone's decision-making process, but also, of course, that the investment will stand the test of time. Of course, notwithstanding unforeseeables, like a topic that people tend to gravitate towards right now, one of those being a housing bubble and whether or not we are in one right now. My broker and mom, Dee, she blogged about this very topic on her website. So you can look, if you are intrigued in that topic specifically, you can read more about it there, at least about our take on it. But she approached the phrase housing bubble as a moniker. And I would even say it's a buzzword or a buzz phrase to get people's attention. Not unlike, I suppose, what I'm doing now, except my goal is to dispel the fear around it so that it's not a part of your decision-making process, clouding your ability to intuit what you really want, which is where the philosophy and psychology and all that other juicy, squishy stuff comes into play. So we do not, at this firm, believe that there is really a housing bubble right now in the form that I think most people are absentmindedly referring to our current economic state here in the Washoe County. I feel like they're kind of riding an emotional time period of when our economy collapsed and real estate values dropped dramatically. It's the first time that it had done that in history, and it took a lot of different players involved at different levels of the transaction process for something like that to have happened in the first place. There have since been put in many different fail-safes to keep that from happening again, in short. And our current rise in home values in this area, in Reno, Nevada, Sparks, Washoe County area, is due more to the economic growth and the economic, I would even say, identity shift that we're having in our area. We're in a housing crisis, and I think what that means is that there's a housing shortage. There's not enough houses to meet the demand. And that could easily have to do with our talent pool for the said jobs, whether it's building the homes that are in such need, or filling the positions of all the tech needs and manufacturing and distribution needs of all the companies that have moved to our area the talent pool isn't really here. So that means people from outside of our economy are moving in. And the closest place to draw from, as usual, for our culture and all things is California. There's a housing crisis in California as well, and I'm not going to speak to that because I'm not as educated as I could be on that. So our housing situation right now might be one of those things that inform someone's decision-making process. And that decision-making process is crucial in your ability to see a transaction from its beginning to its end. So transaction being the purchase of a home from beginning to end. And also it helps the realtor connect with you. And if they can connect with you, then they're gonna have a better chance of helping you figure out what's best for you. So again, we're counselors helping you guys make decisions, not making decisions for you. Any realtor or agent that plays more of a director type role in a transaction is skirting litigation for themselves and also not really doing the service that is at hand, which is helping, again, you make your decisions in an informed way. I've addressed a couple things in my mind so far. One is the decision-making process and how integral and revealing that process can be of our internal processes. How we go about things, how we manage conflict, how we are able to make a decision when we're not always given the amount of time that we would feel comfortable to make a decision within. Which speaks to the housing market right now and people using the words housing bubble. Again, we do not feel like we're in a housing bubble. The prices have not fully recovered from 07, 08 when they were at their peak. They're close, but they have not fully recovered, which is a good sign that we're close, but not just all of a sudden there, even though there are sellers that would like you to think different. I'll leave you with one other thing, and maybe it'll segue into another video. A housing bubble isn't something that you can really feel as a consumer, in my opinion. The part of it that you do feel is when you've found a realtor, found a lender, found a house that you'd like to make an offer on. Chances are that if it really fits all your criteria, that you're not the only one making an offer on it. Enter the words bidding war. To me, bidding war is more, what that means is there are multiple offers on the property at the same time. And what that can do oftentimes is result in your realtor as your buyer's agent, hopefully again exclusive buyer's agent, they don't get a direct answer from an offer that you guys would present to the seller. What they get is a response that often sounds something like this: we have multiple offers, make your highest and best. So it's a real quick way to see to gauge how you're doing emotionally in the process of buying a home from the buyer's perspective. You've just gone through all this trouble of getting all your team in place. You found the place, you vetted it, it fits your needs, you make an offer, and you're waiting to hear back, and you don't get a real answer. You get the answer, make your highest and best offer, which means we have multiple offers, we got your offer, but it automatically, I guess maybe it's not high enough, you have to try again, but you don't really get to know what that magic number is. So it can be quite unnerving. So I'll give you the piece of advice that Dee Dee gives in the blog on our website, and that is, you don't have to play the game. If you don't have to buy right now, and even if you do not have to play the bidding war game. Does it mean that you don't get that particular house that you were looking at? Maybe so. But did it fit all your needs and your wants, or was it just heavy in the wants area and a couple needs? So an advice that we've given on these videos before is don't lick the door. Don't fall in love with the house before it's yours. It'll only cloud your ability to make clear decisions and negotiate from a confident place. You can always walk away from even a house that you thought was your dream house. And I'm again going to implore that you do not make it your dream house until it's yours, if that's possible for you. Thank you for your attention today. Look forward to seeing you next time. Hi, and thank you so much for watching our video. If you found it to be interesting, please take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel below. To stay tuned and updated on our blog and our page activities, please follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. All of our links to those are below in the description. Thanks again, and see you next time.